nicknamed the Comeback Kid. That would be Joe Montana. Today I'm going to talk about him and his football career. More specifically, I'm going to talk about when he played in college and his professional career. Montana worked very hard from being a seventh-string quarterback in college to being an all-star pro football quarterback. First, I'm going to talk about when Joe played for Notre Dame. Joe Montana got recruited to Notre Dame. He started as a seventh string. Joe Montana was one of 7 recruited to play in 1974. He was recruited by Ara Parseghian out of Western Pennsylvania. When Montana got there, he wasn't sure if he belonged there. He was really small and skinny, especially to the defense. Joe ended up being 7th string after evaluations. He worked very hard to get to the starter position by sophomore year. Montana almost left, but academic advisor's son, Nick DeSico, talked him into staying and told him his day would come. That came true. His sophomore year, he led them to comeback wins against North Carolina and Air Force. In 1976, Montana had a bad shoulder injury, causing a setback. But in 1977, when they were losing 24-14, Joe went back in the game for the first time since the injury and won it for him. Joe then entered himself into the 1979 NFL Pro Draft. The San Francisco 49ers drafted Joe in the 3rd round pick. Montana was the 82nd player picked. Joe Montana was a quick player that Coach Walsh needed. He had nimble feet and was an ideal triggerman for the controlled passing game. Montana was not a starter for the 49ers until the end of his 2nd season. But he proved himself to be an accurate quarterback. He was able to scramble to keep the play alive to get comeback wins. Joe Montana was traded to the Kansas City Chiefs in 1993 for 2 more seasons before retiring. Joe Montana has accomplished many things and has received many awards. He won many of these awards due to his ability to keep the play alive and come back from defeat. Joe Montana has gone to 4 Super Bowl championships and won 3 Super Bowl MVPs. He is noted to remain calm under pressure and still win off of comebacks. In Super Bowl, that number, he threw a pass so memorable, many people refer to it as the catch. He has won a total of 3 Super Bowl MVPs. Montana has won many more awards too, like NFL MVP twice. Montana was also good. He had been to 8 Pro Bowl bowls, which was incredible back then. He was the NFL touchdown passes leader twice, and he also had his number retired and was inducted to the NFL Hall of Fame in 2000. Montana is still alive and lives with his wives and daughters in Northern California. Joe is now an all-star player in football history and is very well known. Joe is on the list for one of the best players ever. Arguably the best quarterback in history, he ranked 4th in the list of the game's all-time top 100 players compiled by the NFL Network in 2010. He retired with NFL playoff records for completions, yards, and touchdowns. In his first year of eligibility, he also got inducted to the Hall of Fame. Currently, Joe Montana is low-profile wine and food aficionado. Joe now lives with his family in Northern California, where he makes himself his own wine wine and food in California's wide country. He has lived there for several years now with his family. Joe now lives at a home with plenty of room and trails for biking, running, and horseback riding. Joe Montana is very happy with his life. His two youngest sons now play football for Division I collegiate programs. Joe Montana has gone from 7th string quarterback in Notre Dame to an all-star pro player with dedication and hard work. Joe has accomplished a lot in his life, especially in his pro years. I talked a lot about him today, and especially about how he started from 7th string, confused, skinny, small football player in college. He was unsure if he fit there and almost quit the team until his roommate convinced him to come back. After retiring, Joe now lives with his family in the wine country of California. Boy!